Namaste. Good afternoon and welcome to Mindfulness Moment. My name is Evalena, and it's just such a great pleasure to come to practice with you this day, to move and to breathe and just to come here now. That's what that word mindfulness is really referring to. So drop your hands down on your thighs. You can be seated. You can sit at your desk in a chair if you like. If you want to join me on the ground, feel free to do that, rooting yourself down. But dropping your hands down on your thighs, and let's just start to stir the body around. So part of the practice that we move into this day is to just warm the body, to start to pay attention often, especially during times of deep concentration in our work life, that we might not actually pay attention to what's happening in our bodies. And this is the moment that we can come to do that. So roll yourself around a bit, just oiling into the spine. You can go in one direction, back and around into the opposite direction. Or to deepen your breath, let the flow of breath kind of guide you from one side to the other, from the lower back, exploring into the middle of the back. What are you feeling there at the tops of your shoulders? And just rolling yourself around. Go ahead and come back to the center, sitting nice and tall and upright. And take a moment to shrug the shoulders up to the ears. This is also a place that sometimes we can get a little bit tense. Again, not really paying attention to how we hold or grip the body. So just taking a moment here to unwind, opening yourself up. Deep breathing. And so you breathe in, let your arms float up to the sky. So get nice and tall here, stretching here into the rib cage, up underneath your arms. You can send your gaze up and just look up for a moment, making a deep breath here, finding your place. Interlace your hands gently behind the back of the head and the neck. The elbows are out to the side. Your chest is lifted. You can sneak your thumbs here to the hinge of your jaw and give yourself a little massage, and just sit here, lightly tractioning the head and neck upward here. Get nice and soft, get nice and tall. Feel the breath underneath the pit of your arms. Your chest is quite open here. Deeply breathing, and then we'll twist. Twisting to the right side. Keep the pelvis neutral, so the legs don't need to go along with this. The legs could be pointed straight ahead, where you're seated in a cross-legged position. Just keep the pelvis as it is and turn to the right. Breathing in, breathing out. Go ahead and come back to the center. Again, a little bit of tractioning. The back of the head lengthens, the chin drops ever so subtly, and then turn and twist to the left side and feel the breath here. Inhaling through your nose and right back out through your nose. Coming back to the center, release your arms down and behind you now. So you have to might sneak up, pushing forward on your chair if you're seated in a chair. Interlace your hands gently back behind you. Squeeze your shoulder blades together and lift the chin and lift the chest. Up, up, up you go. Well, gently forward bend here. So come down, letting your head slowly drop down towards the ground as your arms can lift up any amount. Maybe you come a few inches off of the back. Maybe the hands lift all the way up to the sky. You're opening yourself up here. You can bobble doll the head, yes and no. Relax through the jaw, opening up, deep, clear breathing. Go ahead and gently come back up to the center. Come back up to the center. Shrug your shoulders. Find your way. Find your way. Good. Nice, full breaths in your body. We're going to transition now, so you can join me standing. I practice in my bare feet. There's no need for you to do that, but you might want to try. It's a good thing. Maybe you're working from home and you're already in your bare feet, but sometimes it's nice just to give your feet a little bit of the stretch. So practicing in your bare feet, make sure you have a nice space around you. And hands onto your hips and just lift up under the toes and drop back down. This is a good place to center. Again, we talk about being mindful in this moment. Again, feeling your body. You feel the earth beneath you. You can fan out your toes, lift up onto your heels, finding your place here. Good. Reach your arms forward now, lifting palms face down, and then lift the arms all the way up. Get really tall and spacious, and then lean back a bit here. Oh, opening up through the front of the chest. Grab hold of your right wrist and go ahead and pull yourself way up and over to the left side. So a nice opening through the whole side body here. You're breathing, feeling your breath. Go ahead and come back to this center. Come back to the center. Grab the opposite wrist and up and over you go. Full breath in, full breath out. Relaxed head. You can even just rest your head there in the upper left arm, just or the upper right arm, just letting your head relax there. Come back to the center. Good. And then take the arms and take them out to the side. Shrug your shoulders. Opening up, opening up. Go ahead and take a deep inhale. Reach your arms up. Big breath. Take the arms out to this side like you're going to push the walls, right? Go ahead and just open up right into the walls, opening, stretching strong through both arms, lifting. You can relax your head and neck for a moment. Relax your head and neck. Put your hands onto your hips and go ahead and step your left foot way forward. So step that left foot forward. That right foot, that heel is down on the ground. So you should feel like you're getting a really beautiful stretch through the back of the right hamstring down to the Achilles into the calf muscle. Hands here on your hips, elbows can come back together, and then go ahead and start to bend into that left leg. As you do that, as you start to bend that left knee, make sure that the leg stays wide, right? You don't want to kind of turn it inward. It's an easier way to keep the knee pointed straight ahead, to open yourself up. Put your hands here on your belly. You're nice and strong here. Deep breathing in, a good stretch through the back of the legs. Good afternoon to you. Reach your arms up and lift. You get nice and tall here. Interlace your hands back behind your head. Again, cradling the head, opening the chest. Check in, feel sensation, feel strength here in your body. Go ahead and straighten that front leg. And now, keeping the front leg straight, we're just going to bow forward, like a hinging out of the waist. So go, go, go. You can look forward as you do that. Keep your chest lifted. Keep going, keep going. That left leg is nice and strong and straight. And then go ahead, you can drop your hands down. Your hands can rest here on your shins. Maybe the hands get a little further down. Wherever you are, relax your head to your knee and just be here for a moment. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhaling, exhaling, deep, deep breath in and out. Good. Now use the strength of your legs. Feel that energy rebounding up your legs as you gently come up. You can bring your hands to your hips and then slowly rise to an upright position. Just noticing your body. Heel toe. I'm going to heel toe that front foot in, right? Heel toe it. You can turn your left foot or your right foot out a little bit there so you can even yourself out. Now we're facing over to the right side. You can take a nice wide-legged stance here. So be generous with your stance. I'll turn towards you, just taking a nice, generous, wide-legged stance. The toes are aligned here. Hands onto your hips. Lean back. Again, we go for this, right? An opening in the chest, an opening in your throat. Bend your knees. Stick your hips back, elbows draw together, and here we go into a nice spacious forward bend. This is so good for the lower back, for the pelvis area, pelvic area. You can kind of sway here side to side, head and neck relaxed. Just let go. Nice sway to reverse the flow of energy. You're inverted here, right? Head is lower than your heart. And we stand, we sit upright most of the day. So this is a good place to let tension go. Really use your imagination, your visualization to let any tension just drip out from the tops of your shoulders, the base of your head and neck. Let it drip down your arms. Let it go right into the ground. Letting go. Shake your head yes, then shake your head no. We can twist here. You can choose to keep your right hand underneath your nose, or you can take your right hand to your left shin and then take that left arm straight up into the sky. So it's a big open twist. That left arm can come forward so you get nice and long from tail to crown. Deep breathing in and out. Exhale, gently release. Full breath. Do the other side. So the left hand can stay underneath if you want a little bit of a longer spine, or you can take the left hand to the right shin and turn and twist here. Nice deep breaths in and out. Exhale, gently release. In a moment of head and neck release. You can shake your head, relax your jaw. Using your breath, go ahead and slowly roll up. Roll up. You feel the tailbone, feel the lower back, shoulders are soft. Head will be the last thing to come up. Shrug your shoulders as you get there. And again, be intentional about this. You're heel toeing your feet in towards standing tall with your feet just underneath you. And here now, close your eyes for a moment. Stand nice and tall and just observe. This is the mindfulness practice. The Sanskrit translation of the word mindful, smrti, is actually means memory, and it means to come here, to remember to come to the present moment. Here we are, nice and full. Beautiful. Hands to your hips. Let's do the opposite leg. So I'm going to step my left foot forward. My right foot stays back, and you're breathing here. Hips are nice and square. I'm going to change that. If you did the other side, I'm going to do this side again. So change it up. It's my right side forward, my left foot back. Put your hands here to your hips. Lean back for a moment. Both legs are nice and straight, strong. And then go ahead and start to bend, bending slowly and pretty deeply into that right leg, that right knee. Feel the back leg is nice and strong, engaged there, nice and full. Feel the energy here. This is a good opener for the hips, for the pelvis. Good strengthener for the legs. The chest is open. Relaxed head and neck here. Deep, deep breathing. Go ahead and straighten now. Straighten that right leg. We're going to hinge forward, a little bowing right out of the hips. You can lean straight forward, long through your crown, reaching, reaching, reaching. Little pause here for a moment. You might take the arms back and then lift them up to the sky. That's a nice way to do this too. Opening up. And then as you do that, as the arms lift, your head can drop down towards your knee. And then you can release your hands down to the ground or to your shins, wherever the breath takes you, right? No need to force or push. Just a good stretch for the back of the legs. A nice opener for the front of the chest. You can relax the upper body here. Breath is nice and full and complete. Inhaling and exhaling. Good. Use your breath. You can come up halfway. So you feel how strong the legs, feel how your core is working to lift you up. Put your hands on your hips and then gently rise right back up. So we're going to turn and parallel the feet. So I'm turning that right foot in, left foot turns in. I have to step it back a little bit so that I can keep the hips, the squareness of your pelvis, right? So just looking forward, hips are nice and open. I'm being generous with the stance, going as wide as it feels appropriate for me. So that generosity today, maybe you're feeling a little bit like you want to be more centered. Maybe you're feeling a little bit tired or fatigued. You can keep the stance short. That would be generous. Be generous. Maybe you want to go out a little wider today. Feel where you are. Stick your hips way back. Buttocks goes back, and then a forward flow, a bend here. Let your arms dangle. Let your head go. And when I begin this, I often keep my knees quite bent, right? Again, if you have any lower back stuff, this is a good place to open up. Gives that sacral area, that base of the triangle, the spine some freedom, some breath. Sometimes if we have stiffness in the lower back, it's coming from kind of being bound up there. Breath flowing in and out. In through your nose and right back out. Deep clearing, full breath. We'll twist here again, yogi. You can choose here. You can put your hand underneath your nose, your left hand underneath your nose, or you can grab your ankle and then turn and twist, right? Right arm goes up, long and full, so you get really long out of the spine here. I went to a more straight leg in that transition there, lifting up. Exhale and gently release it right back down. Take a breath in and out, and then turn and twist to the other side. So right hand to the left shin, left arm up, up, up to the sky. Breath flow, breath flow. And then exhale and gently release head and neck and soften. Here you can move it up and down. And then take your time to come up. You're rolling up again. Observe. Being mindful of your spine as you come up. Slow, slow, slow. Head and neck are last. A little shrug of your shoulders. And then heel toeing your feet in. Heel toeing your feet in. Go ahead and stand forward, just nice and tall. Feet are underneath your hips, so you're quite aligned here. This is our starting pose. This is our foundational pose. You come here to mountain, just rooting down. You can let your eyes slip closed if that feels appropriate, and just invite breath in. Invite breath to move out. Here now. Go ahead and shake out your arms. Flutter your lips a bit, shake out your legs. And we can all take a seat. You can sit back in your chair if you have a chair available. You could also do this on the ground if you want to do it on the ground. I'm going to sit in the chair. Nice and tall. Again, I'm towards the edge of the chair. Make sure you're safe, especially if you have a rolling chair there. Feet are down on the ground. Hands are here on top of your thighs. We're just going to do a little breath work here. Inhale, you go up. Your chin opens, collarbones are open, the inhalation through the nose. Exhale, I'm going to drop my chin and exhale that breath through the mouth. The chin comes down, but you stay nice and spacious in your collarbones. And do this a few times. Inhale, going up. Deep, deep breath in through your nose, all the way up. Good stretch for the front of the throat. Also a nice opening for your back, the lower back, the middle of your back. Exhale here through your mouth and the chin drops down. And a few more like that. Inhaling, up you go. I love this breath practice. It's called the breath of joy, like breathing in. Again, that's part of this mindfulness practice when we take the time to kind of clear away things that we don't need for the moment, maybe things ahead of us or behind us, and just come to this moment. Typically things are kind of okay here, right? Up you go. There might even be a little sense of joy as you lift up here. You might have a little smile inside and out. Exhale, empty, 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 empty through your mouth. Let's do one more. Inhaling, up you go. Feel that breath. It comes right up to the top of the chest and you don't have to force it. It's just an invitation. You kind of just have to get out of the way, right? Kind of soften the body enough that the breath will come in. And then exhale, your chin down, exhale through your mouth and stay there for a moment, that exhalation. Emptying. And when you're ready, just breathe in naturally through your nose and some gentle rolls of the head. And just observing mouth and jaw are nice and soft and open. Good. Sit back to an upright spine again. We'll just do a little flossing here of the back of the leg. So left leg goes forward, heel is down, the ball of the foot is lifted. Get a nice and strong and tall in the spine here. I'm going to put my hands on the seat of the chair and just hinge forward. So notice that I'm not rounding forward. I'm not dropping the shoulders, not dropping the rib cage, but hinging. You could even put your hands here. It might be even better right there at the base of the hips. And just feel that stretch goes right up the back of the leg. Good for the lower back, right? Again, think space in the lower back. So you open up that area, lots of flow of energy. Go ahead and come back up. Use your breath and then lift that leg just an inch or two off the ground, flexing through the top of the thigh, drop the heel and then go forward once again, just to flow forward. Like flossing, right? We're flossing, we're trying to open up that sciatic area, right? The nerve comes through the pelvis down into the leg from the spine, it opens yourself up. So you could do this a few times. You could do this again, lift a little bit. You can lift a little bit higher. You could do this a few times during the day if you're having lower back stuff. Go ahead and drop that left foot back down, sit tall. Let's try the right side. Let's see what happens here. So nice and strong, just the heels on the ground. Nice and tall. I put my hands first onto the chair to kind of elongate, to lift up out of the spine. Keep that lift. Hands now can come to the hip points and then flow forward. Nice and strong. And you can even open the chest there. Elbows go back. Oh, wow. I have a little bit more space on this side. I get a little further down, come back up, sit tall. Lift the legs, so engage quads, open hamstrings, trying to sit tall. Drop that heel back down and then go forward. Inhaling and exhaling. Beautiful. Feel what you feel. Here's our aliveness, right? Sensation in the body. Gently rise back up. And this again is the way, is the path right into the mindfulness practice. Is here now. Is here now. So go ahead now and sit yourself up to a place that you can be comfortable. So you might stay on the chair. If you're, many of us are at home working here today, right? So if you want to lean back against a wall or you want to come back down and join me here on the ground, I always sit up with a cushion with a little lift at the back of that cushion just to help the pelvis remain in a neutral place. So the seat movement to really help us to sit tall and well. So again, a chair is a perfect place to be wherever it is comfortable for you, and just sit for a moment. Coming here, you might start with your hands down and just close your eyes and come here, right? Come here now. You feel the warmth of your hands resting very lightly against the thighs, against your legs. And then notice the quality of your breath. You feel the breath right there as your nostrils flowing in and quite effortlessly just flowing right back out through your nose. So you come here, the focus, the concentration now just on your breath. And again, there's a path of mindfulness, just a focused moment to be present in your breath. And if you notice, right, you might be distracted by a thought, perfectly natural. Something might come in and just let that go right back out and focus again. We're just doing a breath focus, a concentration on the breath today. So just come back to it. You feel it at the tip of your nostrils. You might bring your attention, your awareness to the transition of the breath. You feel that in breath coming in, filling you up, and at the top, a little pause, and then the release into the emptiness, the exhale, the exhale, the exhale. And you are the observer here. You are the observed. And the focus is solely on your breath. The breath coming in, and the breath flowing right back out. Focus attention and awareness just on your breath. The thoughts again, perhaps coming in to take you away and just acknowledge that and come back. These few moments. Bring your awareness here now. You breathe in, you feel the light and the energy restoring and renewing your body and your mind. To release the breath, an openness, a spaciousness, a relaxation. You can gently open your eyes and just take in the room for a moment. You see what's in front of you, what's behind you, even what's beside you, just awareness, this moment. The flow of your breath, go ahead and bring your hands right here to your heart center. Take a deep, clear breath in all the way, lifting yourself up. And then as you exhale, you can drop your chin to your chest and just take a moment to pause and be grateful for taking this time, for sharing this moment of mindfulness. And just taking time in your day. Take another deep breath in. Exhale and let go. Send out that gratitude out into the world. Keep pressing your palms together and then reach your arms all the way up so you get really tall and light here. You might even look up at your hands. And exhale, go ahead and bring your fingers, your palms right here to your forehead. And here you can see, you can just open and see. And as you take a deep breath in, fill up and rest your fingers right here at your lips. And here you speaking with mindfulness, with compassion. Using a full breath as you exhale, your hands resting here at your heart. And there's a deep opening, a knowing in the present, knowing of mindfulness, compassion. Take another breath in and exhale and drop your chin. Namaste to you. Thank you so much for the privilege, the honor of guiding you through this practice this day. I wish you a beautiful, beautiful day.